Right, hello and welcome to the Savvy Gadgets channel with me, Ian, otherwise known as Van, and today's live stream of Project Zomboid. So, this week, I've been busy. I've been a bit busy. We've been in-game, I've been playing, and what I want to do this week is I want to go and clear out the mall and gather some stuff from the American Tire, gather some food. And what I want to do is, from our base here, I want to go down Waverley Street, and the mall is just here. American Tire is just there, and those are the two things that I want to go to. And at some point I've read something which has given me that. I don't know when that happened, but it's happened. So we're going to be fighting our way down this street pretty much, clearing the zombies out as we go. And eventually we will be going down here to the mall, where we will be hopefully clearing those out and gathering whatever we can to get ourselves going. So that's the plan. But first, let me show you around our base. So, wall of containers. It's going to be more containers across here when I've finished with it. Moved the furniture about a bit. I've started stocking up on what books I've found. There have been several places where vans and the next doors was a safe house full of zombies, of course. But it was a safe house, yeah. Safe but full of zombies. We've got some food from our last run at the mall that was just down the road anyway, that we scoped out. There's still plenty of food in there that we can get. We have running water. So we've got water to this tap here. We've got water to the two taps on the floor above, courtesy of the water barrels, which collect rainwater and it's automatically filtered. We don't need any others, purely because we've got this river out the back here, which we can wash in. Zombies can't get in on this side because that's blocked off. And I blocked off this one. However, I've gone to the extreme this week. You may notice there's a door in it. There we go. I've blocked off this one, so there's no getting through from that side. And I have also blocked off across the front the entire front as well. So this section of area is completely enclosed, and I can then make use of it as I see fit. Now, what is useful is all of the big trees. All of these big trees basically will give me a large branch for which I can then create a baseball bat from, which will help me go and clear things out. So, now, eventually, I'll want to go and check out the 32-storey building. Oh, it's going to be interesting. That's assuming it hasn't been burnt down or anything daft like that. So let's gather ourselves together. Let's make sure we've got the ability. Now, the sports car's been repaired. I'm going to use the box fan. I don't think that's enough. We've got 5 baseball bats. I'm going to clear it out a bit. 6 baseball bats. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one I'm currently using is a bit knackered. I've got no other spares on me. That's a broken one, I believe. Yeah, broken. So let's go and find a couple of spares, just on the off chance, because I have been busy building up bits and bobs. There we go. I've got 17, so I think I can spare a couple, don't you? Okay, so I'll have one in there and one in my main inventory, hopefully. And it doesn't put me overloaded, that's good. So let's go. Now, I've also towed that for this Jeep that you've just seen melting away here. That's the one that we found by the hospital. I've towed that over there using it. It's the ice cream van! Yay! Right on cue! Ice cream, ice cream! He always comes round about this time, bless him. Just to interrupt my live streams. Mr. Whippy and all of that, which just sounds wrong. Anyway, so I have a Red Bull, or two, and I have a glass full of ice. It's my cup that says, "Sometimes you forget that you're awesome, this is your reminder." There we go. So I'm going to have a nice cold glass, a cold drink of Red Bull. I remember at work when Relentless came out, and I had a Relentless. I put it in a cup, and it looked like I was drinking beer at work. I almost got into trouble for that. Okay, that's more than I thought it would fill up that cup, but still, never mind. So, wait for it to cool down, but okay. But no snacks this week. No snacks. Snackless. Wife fail. Oh, I have just had lunch, so I'm not particularly bothered. Right, so this week I've been spending a fair amount of time watching Chebby and B&R play Active Matter, which looks like good fun. I may do some streaming of that myself at a later date. Largely depends. Not only that, I released my Star Rupture video. Thanks to everyone who's watching my Star Rupture base build videos. It was greatly appreciated. And if you are watching, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It supports my channel and costs nothing and takes you less than a second to hit that like button. Comment in below and say how much you're enjoying it. And somebody did the other week. And it's greatly appreciated. Right, okay. Well, let's start as we mean to go on. I notice this van doesn't actually have any glass on it. Oh, look, we've got a duplicate. They're supposed to have been fixed. It's a lie. So, do you have a friend that looks exactly like you? Now, this sports car, the engine wasn't particularly this pink one. Hey, Mike, how you doing, mate? Good to see you again. You had a good week. So this sports car wasn't in great condition, so I had the parts off of it. Some of the other bits and pieces are also looking like they're in good condition, so they will go on my other sports car or back up my other sports car. I'm going to take the digital watch off of him. There's actually a jack in the middle of the street. I'm going to move that. I'm going to keep things tidy. There we go. I'll actually put those in the back of my van. Yeah, it's been quite a good week. Like I say, I've been watching a couple of guys play Active Matter this week on YouTube, other creators. That's been fun to watch. I might stream some of that myself. I do need to pull my finger out in many ways because I also need to create more content for my Star Rupture stuff. So I think I've got one more video that I can put out. But then I'm short of... I've got to create more content for it. I've been procrastinating, it has to be said. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is the one. Right, so this is where we're going. We're going to go down here. And we're basically fighting our way down here. Clearing out the Z's before we get to the shopping mall. And I'm going to be grabbing stuff from American Tire. Oh, yeah, there's a few. Oh, I'm going to back it up because that tree twitched. That usually means there's a Z behind it. And you don't want Z surprise. It could equally be a rodent that's darting back and forth. You little bugger. Alright, let's take these guys over on this side of the road. Let's go. Right. Right, yeah, you see, it's always pays just to have a quick check behind you. Because even if you are targeting somebody, they don't always hit. Like that. So, old Mother Withers there. And yes, I am a meddling kid. Okay, I probably don't class as child or kid these days, being in my 50s. It's old man Withers. Oh, now this house... If I remember rightly, I went through a few of these houses and found that there was nothing in them. Which is weird. That's some kind of spawn problem, I think. Now, I was checking out this car. I think this one's basically parts worthy. Windrose, that name rings a bell. It might be in my wish list. So I don't think so, no. I have played a game called Bellwright. That was kind of fun-ish. I haven't got too far into that. Okay, so van. One of my mates was yabbering on about a new game, something Masters of Albion, I think it was. Sort of like reviving the old idea of God games like Populous, Powermonger, that kind of thing. Also, there is, in other news, there is a demo for a game that I played to death. It's basically a Diablo clone back from the 90s, I think, called Darkstone. And one of the things that I remember mostly about it is that if you paid the minstrels in the town centre of Darkstone, they would play a tune for you. That tune was created and played and performed by someone called Audron, and that was the name of the character in the game when you went to pay them money for to play a tune. You can find it on YouTube, but it's actually called The Darkstone Will Shine, or just look up The Darkstone. It was quite a cool tune. I really liked it. It was good to reminisce about that, but there is a demo for it. It's being the actual game is being remastered. It's about £9. It's just as I remember it. No. No, I haven't. In that case. Yeah, okay, Twitch isn't streaming again. Deep joy. Thanks, Super. Right, this black car looked like it was in good nick. Maybe a bit of bodywork damage, but I know how it feels. Again, it's got a good bonnet. The engine's knackered. Muffler might be useful. Petrol tanks you can actually fix, but you have to empty them and take them off. Or I think you used to have to take them off. I'm not so sure that's the case anymore. I didn't bring much food with me because I'm an idiot. I've got some cereal, a couple of packets of crude. Oh, I've got 3 cartons of milk and some peanut butter. We'll survive. Let's go raid some buildings, shall we? See if we can find food in buildings. Based on some of the things that we've witnessed so far, whereas houses generally don't have anything in them. Oh, this looks promising though. Oh, look. I think we'll take that. That's always useful. Move that stuff to the floor. Move my inventory back to the top. So I wish you could lock that in place. Lock it and unlock it. Tap it and unwrap it. It's the residence key. Don't really need that because I can now open it now that I'm on the inside anyway. Caffeine pills. Don't need caffeine pills because you don't go to sleep in multiplayer. Take care of the resident, who's probably been standing there for God knows how long, because none of the glassware is broken. Alright, okay, we'll take some of that, as in all of it. The marinara, we'll take that, and the pork rinds, that's good. Fillet knife. Oh, well, that was quite a successful first bit of raiding. It's beginning to get dark. And I can hear banging. It really annoys me that you have to double open garage doors. Right, so I think we've got enough food. This van. Again, parts. It's got a decent bonnet, but that's about it. I might have the windscreen out of it. There are better box fans up by the distillery. Okay, well, I didn't get too far that time before we need to... context menu of doom. Come on, Mr. Pink Shirt. Quick check behind. Yes, there's... It's Ron Weasley. Actually, something that I've seen that's been quite fun this week on YouTube, which is worth, and it's like, what if this TV show had a rock anthem in the 80s? There's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of videos of them. But the one that I saw that sort of got me into watching all the others, it's like Battlestar Galactica, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, Stargate, and they're all sort of like wearing leather jackets and like big hair, and it was quite funny. But yeah, they're all pretty fun. Knew it. I knew it. There's a man in a baseball cap. He is now properly deceased. But the one for Wednesday was pretty good. And as per my usual form, it is dark, and I'm fighting things. I'm also overloaded, which is bad. So we will put that in the back of the van, along with the kitchen knives, because we don't need kitchen knives. We're no longer overloaded. Any more? No, that's... Alright, okay, so we've got a couple with a bit more of a zest about them, shall we say? I'm just coming to die quicker. Hello? Yeah, I thought that might be a mistake. Yeah, there's a lot more in there than I anticipated. And we've got a crawler. Crawlers always make life difficult, because you either target the crawler or you target the one standing up. I'm getting quite a few one-hitters here, which is nice. Just going to quickly spin around, make sure that I haven't got anything coming from behind. Of course I am. I am Ven, therefore I fight in the dark. This is the power of the cat's eyes perk. Basically allows you to do this. Otherwise it is far too dark to see anything. Leather coat off, thank you. We'll pick that up at some point because we are bound to come past it on multiple occasions. And leather coat's like, oh, it's a hat! It's a hat! Cowboy hat! It's my cowboy hat. All cowboy hats are mine. How dare you? I don't care if it's brown, it's my cowboy hat. Black, brown, white, they're mine. They're all mine. Actually, let's turn the headlights on. That'd be useful. Just driving around in the dark with no headlights on, because like I'm that kind of cool, right? I'm like the Blues Brothers. It's 800 miles to go, a full tank of gas. It's dark and I'm wearing sunglasses. Fantastic film of its time. Really? Try and sneak up on me at the side, would you? How dare you? Madam. Oh, there's more. As in one more. Well, that was handy. Killed him and broke my baseball bat. Which was an expectation. Right. Let's move forward. Because I think by the time we get to the shopping mall, it will be daylight again. Which gives us a good opportunity to fight in the daylight, in the shopping mall. And that's probably better. You notice I'm not raiding houses in the dark. I am many things, but I'm not entirely mad. Well, not yet, anyway. Check in again with me next week. Oh, hello, completely missed those guys. And that guy behind. There we go. Let's just dob around that geezer. Definitely seen like he's seen better days. So apart from Project Zomboid, games that I've been playing this week, I'm sort of like playing on and off playing Elite Dangerous still. I'm trying my absolute level best to move up from an Anaconda and go down more the trading route. And as much as I think a Type 9 Heavy is the next step up in terms of size, in terms of cargo space, because it practically doubles the amount of cargo space I've got, it's not the biggest. And I think the biggest is actually the Imperial Clipper. But I don't have a lot of faction rep with them, so I can't buy it, so... Well, it might be the Panther Clipper, I don't know. Can't remember. But it like can carry like 1,200 units, whereas I'm carrying about 300 at the minute. Well, you weren't wearing a lot, lovely, were you? Bra and underpants. So some people just get caught out in the zombie apocalypse in the most surprising ways. Like, you look like you're a jockey. Riding helmet, yes, they were a jockey. Because not forgetting, the racecourse is not too far away from where I'm currently at. In fact, it's there. Hello. Well, let's take of the bush lady. Another pink geezer. As the saying goes, real men wear pink. I think it's a lie myself. I wear black only. Lying adverts. Ho, 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 ho! Thought you could sneak up on me, did you? Oh, did you see that? He actually changed his clothes when he died. I haven't seen that bug for a little while. She's got a leather coat on, leather coat off, thank you very much. And I thought that this guy had a leather jacket on. But he wasn't wearing a crash helmet. Wearing a leather vest. And some Western bits with those off. Oh, hello. Nearly walked straight into you. Into you and your loving arms. Brain-eating teeth. Right, I'm going in this building. I want to make sure that it's cleared out. At least there's no immediate threat before I check out this van. I don't want to get nobbled on from behind because the screen gets filled up with that. It's knackered. Another parts van. Let's get in the car and you can see that I have much more visibility in headlights. It's amazing how bad headlights are in this game. It really is. Torch does so much better for as headlights than anything else. It's just crazy. Oh, sort of. Twofer. Well, that green car looks like it's definitely seen better days. Just like this house, really. Yep, the zombies have definitely been to town on that place. But the taxi, that could be a different story. I walk and rolls. Oh my god. The taxi is in almost pristine condition. That would be worth coming down for a tow. It's on the cards, Mike. It is on the cards. It's something that I've been looking to do because I've been collecting different leathers and that sort of thing. But what I want to do is because I've got leather trousers as well, kicking about. I want to patch them up, and I think the problem with that is the patches actually come out brown rather than black, which is a shame. Currently, I'm just looking for a key for the car, just on the off chance there's one kicking about. Sometimes you find them on the floor, as we've seen. But not today, it would appear. And, as per usual, because this car is in really good quality, there's no ability to get into it. Which is infuriating. This car, on the other hand, has seen better days. The bodywork and the glasswork look like, well, nothing else. But the engine is in decent condition. So, I mean, at least you could actually patch that one up with a few sheets of metal, a bit of welding skill. That could be, start looking like a decent car again. Oh, it's nice to have a cold drink. Alright, so this morning, me and the wife, we've been sweating it out in the garden. I've put up our swimming pool because it's been excruciatingly hot here in the UK over the last few days. Some of the temperatures in the UK reached between 40 and 50 degrees Celsius. That's down in London. Around here, the temperature was 37 on Friday. Real feel 41. Our fridge decided to pack in. Deep joy, or at least throw up an error and say, I'm struggling with this, as was everybody else. So yeah, it's been quite eventful. So the swimming pool's going up. We're getting the usual sort of like chlorine and dippy stick things that you need to test the chlorine levels and the pH levels. My kids' prom is next week. Can't believe my kids are going to prom. But that could be, that's going to be fun. Marks the end of their school life as children before they move into sixth form. Because education in the UK has changed. If you want to leave school at 16, you have to go into an apprenticeship, or you stay in school and go to sixth form. Now, there's been a really interesting problem with that, and that is if you still want to get your kids to school. Yes, they do, Mike. It would surprise me if they're... I mean, we used to have a mod called Common Sense where you could jemmy cars open. And that was really useful. But the thing is if kids stay on at school, you have to get them there yourself or pay, I think it's £300 a term for a place on the bus, which you are not guaranteed to have. So your kid may get to the bus stop, you've paid your £300 for the term, they are not guaranteed a seat on the bus, even though you're paying for a seat, which is more than a bit rough. And is wrong, I think. So we've actually solved that in a different way. My wife found a job working in the school where they're going to be doing sixth form, so she's going to be taking them in. But not everyone can do that. It's all right for kids who live actually at the school, in the area where the school is. But for people like us who live in more rural areas, it's a bit more difficult. But that's how we got around it. Yeah, oh, that's not too bad. Salvageable, workable. I mean, door panels aren't so much of a problem. Oh, this could be interesting. Churches are always busy in the apocalypse. So the one in Rosewood, there was sometimes you'll come across that the event is that there was a wedding going on, and you'll find the bride and groom milling around on the street, a few guys in suits and women in nice dresses, that kind of thing. The vicar. Well, that's not the vicar. But anyway, back to Mike's comment, a Slim Jim, yes, something like that should be in the game, or the ability to pop the lock on locked cars. I don't know whether the burglar has the ability to do anything with that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not aware of any updates for that. But you'd thought that the burglar who can, you know, hotwire cars straight off the bat would be able to get into them as well. Because apart from that, that's all the burglar's good for. That, and they're nimble and light on their feet, so they're quite quiet. That's like the benefits of the burglar profession. And to be fair, when we start a new playthrough, so that we can get cars early on, we pick the burglar trait. And because it's multiplayer, you can have multiple characters. It just makes sense. And it's the same reason why I've got Ven Crafty, Ven Sparks, Ven Melee, Ven Mech, and Ven Burglar. Because you can specialise in, like, Ven Crafty, when he starts off with the because he starts off mostly as a carpenter. For straight off of the bat, he can build the best water barrels. So you can immediately start putting up water barrels around a house and get yourself plumbed in. Alright, so daylight is coming. Right, so here is the railway track. This is where we were last week. So just off of a side street here. It should be just coming up. It's like this one. This is where we were last week. This is the grocery store that we were at, where we got a fair amount of food. Hopefully that's restocked. We might come back to that later on. But we need to clear out the Z's. Don't want to get too close to that fence because they're popping around that fence quite nicely. One approaching from behind. Viva la Resistance. She was wearing a beret. Ooh! Where did he come from? I'm kind of confused where that bloke came from. He must have come out of that window there, that broken window. Oh, hat! No, it's not. Oh, I'm seeing hats in my sleep now. And in my waking nightmares. No, we've got twins. We've got another twins. And we've got another window geezer. It looked like one of those guys in the pink vests had a cowboy hat on. They didn't. Such is my desire. And for a good quality cowboy hat. Got to be wary of them jumping out at me. Out of the windows. As you notice, that I'm getting some decent one hits now. The nice thing about Ven Melee is that he is literally spec'd for baseball bats and strength and fitness. So he rarely runs out of fitness. He can keep swinging big bats. And he starts off with a good long blunt. And as he goes up in the levels, he just gets better and better and better at hitting zombies and taking them down first time. Now, you could do this with axes. You could spec in axes. I just think baseball bats are easier to come by, and with the new carving skills, a hell of a lot easier to make. Which is why I go down this path with Ven Melee. Or my DPS character, basically. He is... there's another set of twins. They're now both dead. At least they're together. Oh, been getting a lot of fog in the game. Oh, I've got a really itchy hand. Oh, it's this morning's extravaganzas. picking up weird things in my hands. You know, stuff from the shed at the back of the shed. I cleared out the shed this morning, put up the swimming pool. There's no telling what I've had my hands in today. Even though I was wearing gloves, my hands are supremely itchy. I'd be surprised if I started growing hairs out the palm of my hands. One of the signs of madness, you know. But the first sign of madness is actually looking for hairs in the palm of your hands. So. Oh, there's another poor unfortunate lady caught in the zombie apocalypse in nothing but her bra and panties. Oh dear. Oh, where did you spring from? You were hiding behind a twig, weren't you? I hate the twig hiders. Oh, there's a leather jacket. We'll be having that leather jacket off of you, dear lady. And it's black. Hopefully we might get some black patches out of it, but I doubt it. They're not that lucky. They always turn out brown for some reason. It's another one. It was naked in the zombie apocalypse. Why are so many women naked in the zombie apocalypse? It's just weird. Well, it's days, not daylight. I can see what I'm doing. Oh, okay, so we could take the cereal. Cereal's good. And the canned pineapple. Food. If it's like canned pineapple, canned peaches, that kind of thing. Oh, God. Is that outside the door? That's outside the door. Death to you, sir. Basically... Oh, what, again? We were having a barbecue in your garden, weren't you? Yeah, just saw that. Thank you. You're dead. I only went in there looking for a few videos, you know. Thought, oh yeah, maybe. And I found more than I bargained for. Let's get out into the open. Sorry, I know that was your place. Well, I think we need to go get my van. The fog effects in this game are really good. I really like it. And there's Dave the Gnome. Ah, yeah, that's a point. Oh, was that lady with the leather jacket, wasn't there? Oh dear, what will the matter be? Let's run away from you. It's a member of Nickelback. Might have wanted to be a rock star, but ended up a zombie. Oh, okay, so we've actually got a few coming my way now. Surrounding the van. That's because I left the van running. It turns into a Z magnet because of the noise. I don't particularly like fighting in the fog and the mist. I don't want to shout because I'm not going to go down the side street. I'm just going to brown leather jacket. We may have to rescue Dave the gnome. Thankfully it's only 25 degrees today, so it's a lot more bearable. I'm actually going to take that. Napping the ancient art. Because that looks like it. Controlling nasty crops and diseases. Yeah, we'll take that as well. Oh, this looks like a nice stainless steel kitchen. Grab those. Lots of smelly old food. I think we've got to the garage. Should be worth having a look in the garage for things like food. Whiffed it. It's another leather jacket. They'll just stop to watch me beat that guy up. This is usually a bad idea. Let's take out these guys. And this looks like another place where nothing spawns at all. How wonderful. Let's check that car out. That car does look like it's seen many better days. Yep, that engine is just worth scavenging parts off of. Ha ha ha! Thought I didn't see you there in the bushes, did you? How dare you hide from me? Or at least attempt. Bushes or zombies? Bushes or zombies? I see at least 2 zombies. Now, I have to admit, I'm out in the sticks a bit here. And I'm coming across far less zombies than I was anticipating. I suspect, if you get nearer the sort of like north end, where all the sort of shops and that are, there's going to be a lot more zombies and it's going to be a lot harder. That's my anticipation at the very least. Oh, hello. Is that an axe I spy out of your spinal column? There, digital watch, axe, another leather coat. Again, things. Was that all she was wearing? A leather coat? No, she was wearing more. Oh dear. Have you been on the blue Smarties again, mate? Like, so in the UK, there was a problem with one of the enums that was put into blue Smarties. It had an effect on children where they would just go loopy and be full of energy and just go nuts generally. So they had to be taken off the shelves. Ooh, ooh, much snarling, much gnashing of teeth. These zombies have been very unpleasant today. I think they're fed up of losing. There's a woman with a bag that has absolutely nothing in it. Yep. Again, the empty bag. It's very foggy. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, because it does sort of fade the colour out a bit as well, doesn't it? I can hear banging. I'm not enthused to go and investigate. Let's face it. I don't want this to turn into a Resident Evil-esque type scenario. I can barely handle what we've got. I don't need more PTSD. It's another jacket. Yeah, suffering the heat mostly, but other than that, all right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right, okay. Rather than Facebook Marketplace, right? Or are they just the same thing? Yeah. Facebook dating, Facebook Marketplace. Surely they're just the same thing, but a different name. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Well, I don't think I'm too far away from the shopping mall. It's difficult to tell when it exists that foggy. Getting there. I'm getting through the zombies quite nicely, I think. Oh. Let's just back it up, give myself some room. The fuse is lit. I'm about to go boom. To quote a famous song. Fighting in the fog is almost as bad. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Yes, indeed. Songs from the 80s. And Jazzy Jeff. Yep. Oh, just had glass breaking. How far away am I from the shopping mall? Oh, I'm almost there. I am almost there. This is good. Crash helmet, boots, leathers. Thank you. Meduwell. Ah, okay. There's a med store just there. That's useful. There's the American tyres that I want to go and check out. And I think this is it. If you so desire. There's always an own. Well, if you're going to do that, you can just go away. No, it's fine. Stay at your lake base. If you're going to cause grief and trouble, of course you can, mate. Open invitation as always. It's just as God knows where you'll get zombies from in this one. Nice cold drink. Yeah. This has been one of your many, many, many skills. It looks like you could miss the party because it appears they're spilling out from... It looks like some of them are escaping through the broken windows and that. The doors are going to be going in a not too distant future at the rate that they're going at it. I've got a backup baseball bat there. I probably need to get another one. I did see a metal one. The metal one doesn't make a blind bit of difference. A baseball bat is a baseball bat is a baseball bat, regardless of whether it's a wooden one, a crafted one, or any other type of baseball bat. They all just have the same durability, which I thought was a bit disappointing. Because I thought a metal one would last a lot longer than a wooden one. But apparently not. It's a lie. Peace is a lie. Right, then the stupid thing to do here is clear the glass out, dive through, open up the door, then run through. Because I don't think I'm going to last that long. And I think this door in the middle is going to go pretty quick. Especially at the rate that they're knocking at it. And considering it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there ain't a lot of daylight left either. What's my current baseball bat's condition? Yeah, not great. I think we'll leave those guys to it. Oh, for God's sakes. Put that in the back of the van. Eat the milk chocolate. Swap to the other side. That's not what I did. How dare you? For God's sakes, I swapped to the other side of the van. Oh, God's sakes. Bloody game. And I'm bitten. Scratched. That's the end of this character. That's a shame. It was doing really well. Bitten and scratched. God damn it. And I swapped to the other seat and he just basically moved out of the van. It's like, you've got to be joking me. So all I can do is fight off these guys and then go back and then just wait for my character to die. That's so infuriating because that's not what I did. I said swap to the other thingy. So he swapped to the other thingy and then got out of the van on the same bloody side. Right into the arms of the zombie. It's just bloody stupid. Oh, hello. We'll put this character's death to good use. Whew. At least he won't die for a couple of days. Hat. Come here with my hat. Can I see somebody's face on the floor there? What is that? A Halloween devil mask. Okay, cool. Now, what happened to my hat? My hat's here somewhere. Oh, I didn't kill him. Digital watch. Digital watch. Leather coat. Digital watch. Leather coat. No hat. Where's my hat? Did you have my hat? Nope. How dare you? I have many hats. I wear many hats. Curse you, I will find my hat. Oh, digital watch. That can come off. That's definitely not one of these two. And the hat definitely isn't on the floor. Wasn't here. Teapot. No. I'm looking for hat. I'm looking for my hat. Good grief. I found a dirty cowboy hat. I don't think it... this is not the hat I was looking for. But it will do. It's a hat. Good God. It's comical, is what it is. Right, okay, so my character started now feeling queasy, and that's the first sign of the zombie infection coming in. So at some point, I shall have to race back to base. Depending on how sick my character's feeling, just do a naked run and get killed off. Or I basically take the drive to Mouldra now, where I can then just pick up my van. I think that's probably the next best thing, don't you? Well, because then getting back to the Louisville base is going to be a complete nightmare because I won't have a car. So I'm now beginning to think with my head. Right, so if I go up to that junction, cross there, I should be able to get across to... I should be able to make it to the Mouldra base, or even the West Point base is an option. That's the nearest out of all of them, after all. And there's a shopping mall there, so I can just grab some food. Not this one. Where's the... yeah, exactly. Where's the fun in that? There's more zombies in West Point so that I can get myself killed off easier, to be fair. I mean, the south end is clear. It's just a case of getting to the south end from wherever you happen to be. Wherever you actually happen to spawn in West Point, basically. At least I have the option of going there and dying and respawning there and not having to go, Super, can you give me a lift? I've been... yeah, but if I'm able to get to my vehicle in from West Point and from the main base, or I might just park outside the front of the Giga Market because that's pretty clear. But I did clear out a fair amount of zombies up until that point, and there's a lot less in the store, so technically I've achieved my goal so far. And my other characters are fine and diddly dandy in the base. It's all good. There isn't a VHS store in West Point, is there? I don't think there is. I think there's a hardware store. Better to die on my terms than on the zombies' terms, I say. Ah, I wonder if there's something on the seat. No, there's nothing on the seat either, so there's no reason for me not to have got out the other side of, got into the other seat and then out of the other door. So that is annoying. Yeah, that's weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Which is exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. No. Well, I only had one, and that was it. It was the one that got me, and it was like, why did you get out of the car? That's not what I asked it to do. Right, okay, so I am actually at West Point. There is the floating base, as you may notice. There's no support for it. I can drive under it. That is annoying. I did make some spares, though. I made some lanterns and flashlights at the Rosewood base. Right. So here we are. At the Gigamart in West Point. I'm going to get out. I'm going to drop all of my gear. He doesn't need to learn anything. He's not a learning character. He's a built to die character. So he's actually served his purpose, really, to be honest. Yeah. Let's take off the bandages, because we don't need the bandages anymore. There we go. Right. Frogs. Let's go find some zombies to play with. There's one. Eat me. Yeah, it does. On a few different levels. Yeah. No, it's what Kay does. It's the other character. Tommy Lee Jones's character. Yeah, he says, eat me, so he can get his gun back from the inside of the insectoid. Inside, yeah. Okay. 2,568 zombies, 18 days, 2 hours. And continue with a new character. Let's start in West Point. Let's go. We'll select our usual thing with the Batman build. So with this build, as I was explaining earlier, it basically has baseball player. It is what it is. I think that was the starting. Oh, it's custom occupation. So baseball bat player, cat's eyes, outdoorsy, low thirst, dexterous, brave, athletic, and strong are the positive traits I've taken, but because that needs a lot of negatives, weak stomach, slow reader, and he doesn't learn anything, doesn't need to read anything really, because he's just there to hit things with a baseball bat. Short-sighted, slow healer, hard of hearing, conspicuous, which doesn't seem to work, slow learner, and disorganised. It just means that he decreases inventory capacity, doesn't mean your ability to move things about. So that's what that build was. We'll go with the Ven DPS. I could have sworn that... Oh, okay. Okay, alright. Fair enough. We may have to go looking for clothes. Which is annoying. Shirt, we'll go for a black shirt. I said black shirt. Black shirt. There we go. Jeans. Don't get to choose the thing. Belt, beanie hat. Ven DPS. So let's go the Ven. Melee. Actually, I'll put that as a surname. Melee. Right. Now let's find out where we end up in West Point. So first thing to do is to put the chips in your bag. Get your baseball bat, put it in your first slot. And then here I'm actually going to grab the butter. Quick look for other things. It's dark, of course. I would much prefer to go out of the front door, where there is already zombies. Of course there is. There are cars. Quite a few cars, actually. And I've absolutely no bloody idea where I am in West Point. And it's too dark to read. This looks like the church, to be fair. Which, if I remember rightly, isn't too far away. I think if I go in this direction, I hit the main drag. And if I go down the main drag here, so no, it's on the other side of these buildings here. So I know where I am. The construction site's at the bottom here. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Oh. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to steam past these guys. And this is one of the joys of having high fitness. My character doesn't get out of breath that quick. So there's the character that we saw. Here's the Gigamark Mole. Perfect. Like I say, that was a lot easier than I was anticipating. Oh, look, someone's left a load of stuff for us on the floor. Right, so we're going to put that on the front and put that one on the back. We're going to wear the thing and put the small thing on the floor. Going to grab the contents, put that in my current backpack, like so. We're going to wear the holster. What else? We're going to wear the cowboy hat, because we only wear cowboy hats, and the dust mask. Leather gloves. We're going to take the minor pistol, the baseball bat. We're going to wear the military boots. We're going to wear the green camo. Going to wear the thing. Going to pick up the light skirt. Going to wear the scarf. Not particularly interested in the t-shirt or the tank top. Going to put the wristwatch on our part person. Pick up the water bottles. Going to pick up the keys. I'm going to wear the hunting vest. Can I wear the hunting vest? Get rid of the boonie hat. Don't need the boonie hat. I don't need a formal shirt. Don't need that. Don't need that. What else? I need that. I'm going to pick up the derby bats, the devil mask, the alcohol wipes, and the bandages. That'll go into the backpack. I said into the backpack. Okay, if not, I'll just pick them up. Don't need glasses. Don't need any of that. Ooh, thank you. Cinnamon rolls just turned up by the looks of it. That's nice. What? Yeah, door dashed it. Okay, so what's the difference between a military watch and a normal watch? I've got a wristwatch that says military. I think I was actually wearing one on each wrist. But yeah, out of all of that, I don't need any of the rest of it, I don't think. I don't think I can wear a tank top. Yeah, okay. If I wear the tank top, does that mean I'm no longer wearing anything? It means I just take off the tank top I'm already wearing. That's nice. Oh, we'll just drop it then. Right, so that goes into the holster. And they've automatically gone into my belt, which is nice. What have I got? Let's sit in the car for safety's sake. What have I got in my backpack? I've got an annotated map, which I don't really need on my person. Butter, that can go in the back there as well. The cinnamon. 2 wood saws. Do I really need 2 wood saws? Probably not. Right, okay, so now I've got some bandages and a couple of sterilised bandages. Hat, Halloween mask, all of that can go in the boot. Jolly good, we're back where we started. Just minus a little bit of skill, that's all. Right, let's have a look at how much ice we've got left. We've got plenty of ice, we've just got no drink, so here. Second Red Bull of the day. Today's turning out to be really good. Here we go. Red Bull. Second game. I'm going to be sipping around later. I will face my demons at the shopping mall. That's what I'm going to do. What I'm actually going to is I'm actually going to go in here and grab some food. That's all rotten, so let's go check out the cans. Been here plenty of times before. Let's move to floor. We'll take the capers, move everything else to floor. Take the tuna. Usually take granolas and specific types of items. Just not those ones. Oh, that cinnamon roll smells nice. Cracker bar. For some reason, I can't click that. It's not being happy. We'll take the canned corned beef. Definitely having the chips. Chocolate bars, we love those, even though the last one got me killed. I'll eat the taco shell straight off the bat. Take apricots. I'm actually going to take those. I think we've got those at the base. For some reason, it's not letting me use shift to select everything. Move to floor. Move to floor. Okay, there's an interesting amount of things there that you don't normally get in one of these shops. Take all of the crisps. We always take crisps. I'll tell you what else I saw there. Box of batteries. Box of light bulbs. Going to take the handheld game consoles as well because we need... Yeah, basically. Taco shell. We'll eat the taco shell. I don't know how long that's actually going to stay fresh for, but I'll take it. Take the meat cleaver. Move everything else to floor. Rotten yogurt. Take the butter. Get rid of the eggs. Eggs on the floor. That's all rotten. Rotten. Take the margarine. Because butter, lard and margarine never go off, along with milk. Never goes off. And I haven't built a milk churn yet, so... And I don't have access to sewing pattern full balaclava. I've already got that one about our person. Barbecue starter fluid, yay! Canned beans, canned peas, take those. Move to floor. Caramel candies, take those, move the others to floor. I don't know why I'm so selective. I just am. Yep. You miss it. I'm actually going to take the hair iron and the power iron bar. Did I see cans? I saw cans. We take cans. Take the Nova Pops. Eat the candied slices. Also notice that at the moment that I haven't actually been bothered by any zombies yet. Okay. Right, I've hit my carry limit. Which means I should have an inventory full of food, pretty much. Alright, so let's offload some of that into the back of the van. Now, light bulbs fit cars, houses, everything. There's no difference in size or fitting. They're all the same fitting, and it doesn't matter whether it's a side light or a headlight or a tail light. It's all the same. Well, this is turning out to be the run of the century. Is that because you're a bad fisherman, or are you just blaming your tools? Well, there's plenty of food here on the floor. It's only because I emptied the shelves previously. Smirker's bar. We'll take the Smirker's bar. We'll take the peanuts. We take the fruit cocktail and any other sort of canned delights. Take the crackers as well. Not going in there. It's dark. We don't do the dark. Not when we can't see at all. Because that is just madness. It's sensible madness, okay? Grab the thread. Just because I'm good at madness. Just because I excel at it. That's not madness, that's lunacy. That's just something completely different. I'm sorry. I can't help it if I'm stealthy. All the time. Not some of the time. It's all of the time. Alright, let's... Okay. Right. A little bit of organisation. So that if we have to get out of the vehicle, we stand a chance of fighting. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that's just the media in any country, really. Right, and so we go back to Louisville. With much food, I might add. Right, okay, so whilst I'm here, this is a good opportunity. Right, okay, so originally this base had a set of stairs leading up to the front door. That one there, that you can see there. And I did have some issues with sorting out the barrels that you could see on the top there, plumbing into the sink, because I hadn't actually put any door frames in. I just left them blank. But if I just get to the right spot, there we go, up we go. That is the only way into this base. Now, the only support it has are those two beams there, which are only exist because of the set of stairs that I added in there, and they're part of the set of stairs, and that's it. So it has running water from the barrels on the top. It has a barrel to wash in, even though there's a river down there. It's just safer. It has a generator on the top as well, just there. So you can cook with the oven. It has a little balcony, which you can go out on. And then if you want to get out, you just go, oh, there we go, whee! And then shimmy down the ladder. And then that's it. That's the only way in and out of the base. Because if you jump out of the off of the base onto the floor, you die instantly from a broken leg. As we've both found out in this playthrough, falling damage kills you, especially from one story. It never used to. It used to be survivable. You'd end up with perhaps a broken leg and then you'd be able to hobble off, but it's way more catastrophic now. Congratulations. You can now have sushi. Oh, no, you don't. You just need vegetables. Not all sushi contains fish. Nigiri rolls for the win. gleefully ignoring these guys. Tell you what, my arms hurt. After all the other lifting and humping I've done this morning. Honestly, I thought my back would give out more. Yeah, being a dad. I promised the kids that I'd put the swimming pool up, even though my children are 15. And they'll be 16 at the end of the summer holidays. Yeah, it's not really as big enough to swim in. It's big enough to sit down or to sort of like get cool off in and have a splash about, but it's not a swimming pool in a traditional sense of the word. It's about a 12 foot diameter pool. So it's enough to, in the hot weather, which we're expecting more of next week, more in the more temperatures in the 30s. So at least the kids can go and cool off in the pool. And they're actually back at school for the next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because they're being inducted into sixth form. So they'll be given like the ground rules and locations and places that they could go. Right, I'm actually going to go and raid the military camp whilst I'm here. I might as well, as I'm bypassing it. And I probably need, after the assault that I took over, if I check that, I could do with a new green camo military jacket and a new military shirt. Boots are in good condition. Gloves, I could do with some more leather gloves. Vest is still in good condition. Of course, my cowboy hat is immaculate. Jeans, they're in good condition because they're brand new. Scarf's scarf's okay as well. I honestly thought my scarf would have taken the brunt of some of that, but apparently not. So I'm looking for some... Let's turn off the van rather than leave it as a zombie magnet. So let's see if we can find a new jacket and shirt. Might find one amongst this lot down here. Look. Oh, there's the Alice spell. There's a military shirt, military jacket, green camo. Awesome. That's what you need. Military shirt. Where I now have everything. I'm going to take the digital watch. I'm going to take the Alice belt and suspenders because I know how much Super loves his suspenders. I do. It's daylight. Let's go for a bit of a raid around the military camp. Find some chewing tobacco, a poncho, a hottie magazine. Of course, what else do you find in the military encampment? Was that the second Hotties magazine? I think there's more than one. Hotties, September 1979. Yeah. Reloading and one of those can openers, the P can opener, whatever it is. Grab that. I don't think I'm not gonna find leather gloves here. You never find military leather gloves. And what's amazing about this roast is... Oh, right. Oh, okay. It's a proper Happy Meal then. If McDonald's sold it, it would be, you know, the very excruciatingly Happy Meal. What does the M16 take? 5.56. That stuff. Jesus. Dented unlabeled can of food. A dented can and unlabeled can of food in the military encampment. Yeah, it's just a case of, do I really want to take that? Right. Well, we actually found what we was looking for. Just keeping an eye on the in-game time. Characters actually say he's hungry, a bit peckish, so we've got some time before we have to make actually go get something to eat from the van. Again, because we've cleared this area out, we're not really getting any problems with zombies. Alice packs seem to be a bit of a premium, it has to be said. Quite surprised there haven't been many of those. Good God. That is an awful lot. From zero to hero in hunger stakes. Or in this case, the Not Hungry games. Yeah. It's like the crates have grown a little bit and they actually go through the floor, or through the ceiling, don't they? Right, okay, so I've got, so they'll probably get shredded because they're damaged. Did I pick up that aiming book? I pick up an aiming book? Yeah, I did. Better aiming. Right, let's go. Back to base. Yep. That is where base is now. And we will see if we can continue the fight at the shopping mall. Riverside's another one of those places that seems to be chocker with these. West Point is by far the worst, usually, as because like you only get the four starting places, which are Rosewood, Riverside, Muldra, and West Point. You don't get an option to start in Louisville, and obviously you can add one in. Yeah, it's like, well, I guess it's a case of like Louisville is the sort of like end game area, really, to be fair. And if you're starting in the end game area, then what is there to do? You shorten the length of your time in the game, I guess. Spawning in the current build seems to be a problem. Whereas we've seen, I mean, even today, I've looked through houses and there doesn't seem to be anything spawned in them at all from the get-go. And that's a bit unusual, to say the least. The character's dying of starvation slowly, so let's eat some apricots. Right, let's get much of the food in. We do. Most powerful thing in the game. What do I come in here? Probably for that. I'm just talking to myself because I'm in Egypt. Talk sense, yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Right, so let's get some of the food out of the van because there's a lot of it. Did really well for food, I have to admit. I might leave the chips in there. I better keep my cowboy hats. Oh, that's as much as I can carry. I must consolidate my hat collection at some point. The art of a good hat collection is in the consolidation. Okay, so that is now a full. It's always nice when you fill a container full of food. That means you've got a container full of food. It's always good. You literally feel like you've achieved something. And get in there with a book collection. Always. Again. Actually, I'll put both meat cleavers away. Yeah, it does get to be like that sometimes. Okay, so we have a spare jack, which I'm going to put in the back of this vehicle. Right, I'm going to have to put the mac and cheese in the fridge. Empty bong in there. Okay, I honestly thought what I just put in there was going to duplicate, and it didn't. It's like, oh, okay, fair enough. Right, so back to the hat collection. Okay. Sounds like a plan with lots of drawbacks. True. I might survive the experience as I'm not going there. No. The madness of Ven. That's what it is. ID card. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Right, so eat some of my ill-gotten gains. Oh, let's sit up. Ugh. Right. Well, indeed. A bit of both, really, isn't it? It's like cold water. I've still got food in the back of the van. I need to get rid of the lights and that, yeah. And spray can, don't need that in the back of the car. Don't really need the kitchen knife or the fillet knife. Don't really need the other bits and pieces either, to be honest. Let's put those on there with that. Where the dust mask, and then a fillet knife, and that can go in the box over here, where I'm currently sort of like set up to do crafting and things like that. Right, now the great thing about having a base by the lake is simply this. You have all of this water available to you. Now, it's also, you've got the option of fishing and that sort of thing. But normally when we're basing up, so like the base that I did in Muldra, where there is no real access to water, is to create lots of extra other barrels so that you can wash in. So with this, you can just wash everything and anything, and you never run out of water. Oh, that's nice. Good for him. At least he's wearing pants. I've come across several people who are not wearing pants. Several exhibitionists not wearing nothing but knickers and nothing else. Knickers and bras. Yeah, so one thing I actually ought to do is I need to check my bandage situation and see if I can sterilise some bandages. Yeah, one of the things I don't have is I don't have a big pot. Really? Ah, yeah. Yeah. Grab it, bung it in the fridge or the freezer. What you can fit. Right, let's have a look at our bandages. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Ah, okay, yeah, that kind of bait. Yeah, with it. Can I now wash all bandages? There we go. I said wash all bandages. I meant all bandages. Thank you. So I did mention this earlier, but then I failed to. That's what I got. Cinnamon roll, homemade, I should imagine. Lovely. Right, it's 9 o'clock again. You know what that means? It's dark. Time to go and fight. I need to keep an eye out for a large pot. The zombies have been busy baking, supplying the inhabitants with much needed food and fresh food and freshly caught fish and meats and everything else. I've been baking cakes as well. Yeah, I've got one. I've got a cinnamon roll. Lovely. They have, yeah, fresh meats. Yeah, they've been creating salamis and hams and the like. Except vegetarians. Let's not forget our vegan brethren. Yeah. Is it where toothpaste usually ends up on the floor? It like slips off the toothbrush. It's like you walk into the bathroom and then your foot smells minty all of a sudden. Minty freshness. Alright, because my character's brand new, he's going to get through baseball bats left, right and centre. But as you can see, straight off of the bat, he's taking down zombies pretty quick. And that's what's great about specifically building a character in that way, to use a specific type of weapon and be good with it. No, I've got several boxes of, yeah. Which is a Build 42 item. Was added into Build 42. Before it was just a case of you only got loose garbage bags from bins and rubbish bins and that kind of thing. Look, I went up running. I'm going to run around some more. Yay! Dental floss, another addition. Oh, it's only recently it got its graphic. Previously, it was just a question mark with a in a circle. So we don't know what this is. It's called dental floss, but we've never heard of it before. So here we are back at the, or at least one of them. There's several actually on the way here to the. All right, maybe I should just let you get onto the grass. Observing the chili dog protocol. Yeah, I've been mostly observing it this week. I feel quite good about myself. Right, for those of you watching, the Chili Dog Protocol is one of the things that our good friend Chili Dog, funny enough, does, and that is not kill zombies in the middle of the road, so you don't have to sort of run over the bodies. And the concept of that is you kill them on the sides of the road, so on the pavements or in the gardens, so they're out of the way basically, and you can just freely drive around and not have to worry about running over the bodies. That is the Chili Dog Protocol. I'm going to turn leave my lights on so I can actually fight in some form of light. Or at least see the Z's coming. To some degree. Three, 4. Something that I could have done that's just occurred to me is, because we're not actually too far from the refugee camp, we could pick up a couple more generators, put one at the garage just up the road so we can get petrol, and then have one sitting outside the shopping mall, so you can just turn on one at the shopping mall and you can see everything that's inside. It'd be interesting, useful, I suppose. At least then you could raid it at night if you really needed to, and you needed to be able to see, because it is pitch black in there. And I don't particularly want to go in there with a torch. Now, as Super alluded to, if you're wearing the Alice suspenders, you can actually put an angled torch on your character, and then you still have the option of using a two-handed melee weapon like an axe or a baseball bat, rather than having to use a single-handed melee weapon whilst you're holding the torch in your other hand, which is pretty cool. Idiot. You fool, sir. There's no such thing. Well, I think that annotated map gave me that area of map that's opened up just over there. So I'm just going to read that quickly. Okay, so I've read it apparently. It says it's in the middle of that. Looks like the river bit though. Okay. So that that's opened up a different bit. Look, so it was saying that this bit had something in it. What did it say? Whoever found this, I was Natalie Sigmundsson, lecturer of the art history at LSU. I'm already dead, but I have a final request. This is only the end of the world if we allow it to be. We must secure the treasures of the art gallery, or we will be truly lost. Let no one say that humanity is lost forever. There we go. So that bit there, which coordinates with that bit there on Scholars. So, funnily enough, Scholars Lane. There may be some treasures to find that we could put up in our base, because we are the heathens that we think we are. Okay. Right. Let's do something absurd. I'm going to stand at this door and shout in red. He means it. Oh. Maybe that wasn't as absurd as I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I was expecting more than that. Ah, right. Okay. Maybe there is. Right, yeah. Although they're not particularly, coming at me hard and fast. I mean, let's face it, this is manageable. There was about 10 there. I can hear banging. Character's feeling sick. That could be because of the amount of dead bodies. Let's go over here. Well, there's not so many. Now, I am fully aware that there is one behind me. Further up here, 2 behind me. So let's go kill those. Ooh, oh, there's a second door. I didn't know that. Bugger. And they're pouring out of that. Just have to be sure that they're not. This lady definitely wanted a bit of me. Yeah, they're definitely. I see a leather jacket. Really? Come on. One door at a time, please. Right, the wise man, who is slightly out of breath, just walks away gently. Well, or in my case, runs like a sissy, and eats some more cinnamon roll, the last of the cinnamon roll, which does taste very nice. No, it's real and it's nice. That's not what I meant to do. Right. 3:40 in the morning. Yeah, that's cool. Kind of don't see the point, as neither of us are really there at the minute. I mean, I'm... Ah, okay. That would make more sense, yeah. Because if you're going to be spending more time at the lake base fishing and butchering and farming and general that stuff, then yeah, it makes more sense for it to be there. Because we already have something at Rosewood No, we already have a freezer. Hello. No, I mean the Louisville base has one. It's a fridge, and that's it. That's the standard fridge freezer sort of thing. So I mean, I mean, the best thing to do is to leave, if you're going, is to just leave the stuff that doesn't have the words fresh next to it. For your crafting character. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Daylight is almost upon us. And with a bit of luck, I'll be able to take the fight inside then. I'd like to think that I've cleared most of it out by now, because I have had a go last week at the door on the eastern side. I'm now been doing the doors on the northern side. They're trying to escape a clothing shop, don't blame them. Where do you think you're going? You too. Louisville. All of my characters are in Louisville, apart from my burglar. As I said, I've moved. Yeah, take what you need. I'm going to work on a packet of crisps. Right, let's see how much daylight we've got actually on the inside of this thing. I'm actually going to go in from the bottom, from the side, that because like the bookshop is actually sort of here, and that's more what I'm after than anything else. The bookshop. And like I say, it does largely depend on what the visibility is like in here. And it's pretty terrible. There it is. There's the bookshop. There's at least 4 zombies. But on the bright side, the Mr. Brightside, hey, 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 dee, 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 dee. There's no corpses to get upset about. Well, at least not yet. So let's create some. Come on. You've got an axe in your back. We will... Ha 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 ha. My children made up a joke earlier. It just reminded me. The wife decided that we're going to change our AstroTurf to real grass. And one of my kids was looking at it and trying to put them to the 2 boxes of seeds that we've got together. And she says, she basically said, "What happens if you eat it?" As I said, "Well, you'll just have a grassy ass." So the joke became, "What do you say to someone who eats grass seeds? Grassy ass." So yeah, it was almost a dad joke, only worse. I know you love your dad jokes. Mm-hmm. That's terrible. That's not even funny. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to call your funniness out on that one. Oh, it's not supposed to be a joke. It's a riddle, right? Yes, I forgot. Sorry. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big bad bat? See, I'm not riddle enough. That's it. That's the problem. Oh, stinky corpses everywhere. That axe is in pretty good condition. Yeah, and you can only go if finances allow. This boat's got a doorknob. No, not a doorknob. A fillet knife. We'll have that, sir. Fillet knives are pretty useful. Right, that's... Oh, right, okay. We might about to take this one on. By pushing them over. Stamping on the heat. Lots of some tailoring books there. This is actually quite a decent sized bookstore as well, from what I remember. And this is where having some light would be really useful into a form of a Jenny, because it is horrendously dark in here. Plus, you know, there's this haberdashery here. Fabrics. dye bottles. Now, these dye bottles, they're 2 litres. I'm going to grab them. All of them. With a bit of luck. Because they make really good water bottles. No. You don't kill zombies, you just stand there and look at them. That's what you're supposed to do. Such a violent person. Yes, you see that this violence just keeps growing. And exercise your violence. Yeah, I know. So this is a. Oh, okay. I thought this was a food shop, not a. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. It's actually a generalised store in the middle of the shopping mall. I didn't think there was a hardware store here. Not dead people. Good grief. The Wascally Wabbits. Good old Elmer Fudd. I have found the Holy Grail. Indeed. Yeah, you knew what I meant. It's the Holy Grail of wood glue. It used to be. I guess I haven't really needed to use it so much anymore because before in Build 41 you couldn't make baseball bats. And the only way to repair them, or the best way to repair them, was with wood glue. And so finding wood glue was an important find, to say the least. Other things just didn't work. Well, it just paled in comparison, really. But in Build 42, you can quite easily make baseball bats and other weapons that you don't need to repair, and that's kind of the thing, really. I know we always joke about it. Gonna pick that book up, but that's just the way that it is. And we just pick it up out of a case of we know that it can be a valuable thing to repair. I guess any baseball bat, even if it's just one you've crafted. Oh, I thought I'd found another sledgehammer then. No, the only meal that zombies crave is brains, not rabbit. That is true, just not in vast quantities. And I know that sounds rabbitist. It's just a fact. Alright, so let's drop a load of this stuff because... well, that's what swords are for, right? Right, I think we're reasonably safe, having just looted that place. I know. Wait a minute. Doesn't that necessarily mean that it's neglected to load a texture? Because I had that, didn't I? Oh, okay. We'll take the mags. Those ones. Others can go on the floor. Ah, well, that's already happened. I've brought the farm to zombies. Frosty loves it when we die to zombies. He thoroughly supports the zombie the nation in their efforts to kill more humans. The zombie cause, yeah. Ooh, many books. Why have they got a bookshop with hardware supplies rather than a book store? Or a store of books, or a storage area full of books. Oh, handheld game console. Ah, say hello to my little friend. Right, I think we've got all of the books that I could possibly carry. Plus a load of other stuff. So I'm going to go get the rat. And I feel that that is enough. Okay, maybe it's never enough, but okay. We've put in a lot of good effort today, I feel. Is that torch on or off? On, off. Right, okay, great. Let's get me... put me trotch in my bag. Now, some of these vehicles are in good condition. I think that van was in particularly good condition. And I wanted to keep it. I'm really... I mean, despite the fact that I brought the farm, which is always... Oh, they love you. Right, so I'm actually going to go... Oh, yeah. I'm fully aware. Right, I'm going to go... What I'm going to do, I'll collect those other bits from the other side in my van. I think... I'll just have a look over this corner. Take care of what zombies are loose. Ooh! That's considered bad. No, my baseball bat just died. But handily, I have a backup. Okay, well, there's a lot less banging on that door. Let's give them something to look at. Knew that was going to be a bit iffy. The leather jacket. That lady really has it in for that door. Let me open it for you. There you go. Unreal. Right, I feel, with the work that I did last week, the work that I've done this week, that we may have mostly cleared out the shopping mall. And to that I applaud myself. Hey! Despite dying hideously. Okay, there's one more, two more, three more. He looks like he's got a black leather jacket on, or it's probably grey, to be honest. Digital watch, leather coat. Right, let's go get our van. Let's go scout out American Tyre, so what we can find in there, so that we can. Because I'm really looking for things like shock absorbers and brakes more than I am tyres at the minute. But obviously tyres would be nice as well. If the worst comes to the worst, if I can't grab any spares... Oh, that was terrible. If I can't grab any spares, then I will have to bring whichever car needs fixing down here. Imagine that just damaged the vehicle a fair bit. See, these are the water bottles that I'm talking about. They're these dye bottles that hold 2 litres of fluid. Let's just check the front of the vehicle out to find that I have damaged the bonnet, probably. Yeah, the engine took a little bit there, but not too much. Yeah. Some excitement. Jesus, this thing's actually quite happy. I think that's probably because let's drag him outside. Right, the batteries look useful. I think I could make you good use of those. Not so worried about the other stuff, to be fair. Actually, I probably need the magazine in the base, saying that. Mechanics, we've got mechanics too. I might grab the batteries. I've already got a charger at the base, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, I seem to remember there were zombies in here last week and it was in the dark. Right, Mechanics 5, I ain't got that at the base, but I do have Mechanics 1 and 2. So Mechanics 4 and Mechanics 3 would be useful. I've got those now. It's just Mechanics 3 that I'm after. Mufflers, performance mufflers, or at least know where I can get some mufflers from. Pretty much everything. Regular tyres for a heavy duty, regular standard. 2 tyres, this is good. More mufflers, good grief. Right, now it's because it's getting pitch black over here. Mechanics 1, we've got Mechanics 1. Loads of jacks, loads of tyre irons, lug wrenches, ratchet wrenches, rubber hoses. Funnels, chains, car batteries for sports. In fact, I think the sports... Oh, there is Mechanics 3. So I have a complete set of mechanics books for the base. I think the sports vehicle that we've got needs a brand new battery. So I will probably at the very least grab one of them. And things start getting hairy when I come through here. Or not, as the case may be. Good. Move that to floor. More mufflers. Performance tyre for a performance sports vehicle. Standard vehicle. Oh, there's so many tyres here. I'm so coming back for them. My precious tyres. Regular. Standard. Sports. yeah, quite. Heavy duty. I actually, this week, what I was trying to do is I was trying to get that Jeep from the hospital that we found a couple of weeks ago. And I was trying to get to it. And one of the problems that I had is whilst I was driving the sports car along, what happened was one of the tyres disintegrated and the car came to a stop. I've never had a tyre wear out on me, wear down so much that it's just been decided that it's just going to disappear off the car. because that's literally what happened. It literally, I was driving along, and the next minute is like, no, there's no tyre on that rear quarter. It's like, what? Yeah, gone. I thought, oh, it must, because what happened before when that was a thing, it was because it had lost all of I hadn't blown the tyre up. And so what it was doing, it was coming off because it was deflated. And I thought, oh, it must have, just been deflated then. In which case I was expecting to find it on the floor, and that's not what happened. It wasn't. That wasn't the case. It just literally vanished in a puff of wind. I saw some suspensions. I did. I know I did. I saw suspensions. Yeah. Must have been. I'm going to grab the battery. And I'm probably going to grab a tyre. Or two, maybe. For the sports. Although I figure the heavy duty might be more useful. Okay, let's offload that and I'll come back for some heavy duty stuff. Because I feel that's probably more appropriate for my needs. Because I figure... Oh dear, oh dear. I'll just grab a tyre. That one. Maybe I could grab another. No, I think that's probably my weight limit. Okay, yeah, that's my limit. Let's escape. Let us be gone. Rage quit. Delete. Leave the community. Oh, F4. Oh, there's plenty of vehicles down here that I could use for parts. Obviously, newer parts are better. Oh, come on. Stop running over. That's really annoying. Because that's probably damaged the vehicle more than hitting zombies. I just hit a couple of rats. Rats, not rabbits. Yeah, it's deeply annoying. Okay, nice. There's another one. Another bloody rat. Unbelievable. Literally rat-tastic. Yeah, well, I don't feel guilty about running over rats, but I would feel guilty about running over a baby rabbit. You should be ashamed of yourself. How could you? That poor rabbit. Mate, haunt your nightmares. Yeah. Fair enough. I've still got my torch on. Just running around with my torch on during the daylight. That's doing the battery the power again. Right, so I'm going to... Right, so that is actually 20 past 4. I've been going at this for 3 hours and 20 minutes almost. So I'm actually going to call it there now that I'm back at base. So for those people who've been watching, thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. And if you've enjoyed the stream, don't forget to hit the like. The screen, the scream, the scheme of things, however you like to put it. If you've enjoyed any of that, hit like and subscribe. Yeah. Oh, dear. It's great when you can't get your words out, right? Oh, God damn it. You can speak this English stuff. So anyway, if you've enjoyed any of this lunacy this week, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and recommend us to your friends. And catch us next week for another live stream of Project Zomboid. Until then, don't forget, check out my Star Rupture base build stuff. Yeah, sometimes I can even speak English. Right, it's goodbye from Super English. It's goodbye from me. Have a wonderful week. And I'll catch you next week for another live stream, more Projects Zomboid. And we will be going sort of more to the front north end where there's probably going to be lots of shouting, screaming, and many zombies. So look forward to that. Until then, have a great week. Catch you next week. See you next Sunday, 1 o'clock GMT for another live stream. Bye-bye. Yeah, no, that was totally fair enough, mate. Yeah, I completely cocked that up in my mouth. I would have done the same to you, so it's like turnabout's fair play, right? Yeah, we're both like that. It's a rare thing.